that's the name of the game. Keep running, keep striving, maintain the same hunger, that fire, that burning desire. In this long run, I'm reaching higher, live. Long run, yeah, a long game. Through the struggle, through the pain, I keep my eyes on the prize, never lose sight. In this marathon of life, I'm running through the night.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Bama Nation. Good morning to you. Roll Tide. Oh, man, it is Free Fall Friday. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Good morning, Stephen. Let's get it. Roll Tide. Good morning, Michelle. Let's ride this thing. Bino, the GM, is here. Good morning. Roll Tide. Michelle, again, good morning. DSGB84. Good morning, my brother. Good morning. Latoya, you know what the business is? 64 days, right? Right. Roll Tide, roll Tide. Roll Tide, OG Gill. Uh-oh. Gwen, good morning. She said, oh, wow. She said, roll Tide. Oh, we got a convert. We got a convert, Bino. We got to welcome her in. Let's welcome her in. Let's welcome her in. She said, roll Tide. That's what I'm talking about. You just all you got to do is just present it to them. That's right. That's right. Good morning, Gwen. Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. I told him I'm gonna make a Tide fan out of you. I'm gonna get your brother next. That's right. Uh-huh. That's right. OG Gill, good morning to you. OG Gill. Stephen, good morning to you, my brother. Roll Tide. Stephen, act right today, Stephen. Act right today, Stephen Hicks. Act right today now. Act right today. No. No. OG Gill, man, we love you, bro. We love you. And you know this, man. You know this. And I'm going to tell you this. We have your back, man. We got you. We got you in prayer. We have our thoughts are being sent your way, and not just for you, but for the family of your loved one as well. We got you in prayer, and as you maneuver and things like that, may the prayers that we're sending your way, may they rub off on the rest of the family. We know that they're for them as well. So OG Gill, we got you. We love you. We love your family, and we're praying our Lord's strength and upon them and comfort in this hour. So, bro, we got you. You know where to find Piano Man. I ain't even got to tell you all that. You know what the business is. And just know this: if this gonna bring a smile to your face, I can always send some more. I can always send some more cards. I can always send some more cards. But now that other item, we're gonna leave that up to the administrative assistant. All right. All right. Let's continue to pray for OG Gill and his family. All right. My producer's here, Dwight. Good morning. Roll Tide to you, bro. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. Look who's here. My little sister's here. Kimberly's here. Roll Tide, Kimberly. Roll Tide, Kimberly. Kimberly says she gonna utilize them days off. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Yeah, man. Ephraim, good morning and Roll Tide. Roll Tide Nation. Roll Tide Bama Nation. Hey man, it's just good to be here. It's good to be look here, it's good. It's good just to be good. It is. It's good to be around. It sure is. I'm just saying now. Let me see who else up in here. I said DSGB. It feels retired freedom. See, Ephraim, you sound like my sister. My sister said the very same thing the other day. The weird feeling of being retired. I hadn't quite got that feeling yet, but until the Lord, put that feeling down in me, I'm just gonna keep on moving. I think I still got some more things to do. Let me put it that way. I got some more things. Yep. But Kimberly, you doing all right, brah? Well, brah, KB video went viral on Twitter. Bama fans don't like what KB said. Well, what'd he say? Me knowing KB, all he did was speak the truth. And you know what? Now, if it's what I think it is, bruh, I'm gonna put it to you like this: we got to come with it this year. We just have to come with it if that's what it is. Brock, if you don't mind me asking, what's the content? Yeah, I believe that, Michelle. He just told the truth. He just told the truth. If it's what I think it is, he just told the truth. Bino, kind of got to. I'm not going to speak on this because you retire when you want to, but in your case, bro, I think you ain't put enough time in yet. I don't think you put the time in yet. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. It's true. I've even said it. I've said it. You know what? Okay, he was saying good things about Georgia. Okay, listen. What? Listen to me, America. Listen to me, America. Listen to me, Bama Nation. Nobody said that we don't love Bama. We said, and I said, and I will say it, and I hope this goes viral. Well, there's no such thing as giving Georgia too much credit. Watch this. Okay, let me help you out with that, Brock. We beat Georgia. And that's all we can say. We have not won the SEC championship in 2 years. We have not won a natty since 2024. Georgia has won 2 natties and an SEC championship since we won 1. That's the part that a lot of Bama fans are not wanting to accept. They don't want to accept the reality that, and wait just a second, hold up. And before I go any further, y'all know how I love Nick Saban. I love the GOAT. Wait a minute. I'm going to take you even further back. I love Bear Bryant. I love Bear Bryant. But the moment that the Bear retired, Alabama went through the same thing under Bear Bryant. Then it happened then you had some few coaches that came along. Nick Saban came along and brought some stability back to it. But if anybody would just be honest, now I can understand that part. Hold up, okay, I'm gonna have to show that. I got to start it. Okay, and I can and let me address that. Let me say this and everything before I address this right here on screen. Then when we got to Coach Saban brought some stability to it. He brought some stability. 17 years we had him. Now, he says kids going to Georgia instead of Bama. I disagree. I got you, Brock, but here's the catch. They are going to Georgia. But they're going to Georgia because of different reasons. Okay, Bama is taking a different path of getting its players. Okay, we're living in a new era of football. Okay, we're living in a new era. Now, here's the reality right here too. What Michelle just said. We started declining before Saban retired. Okay, but the decline started. It was many reasons for the decline. It's many reasons for the decline. Some of the decline started because of coaching, not from Coach Saban's point of view, but you wasn't getting quality assistance in there like we got going. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's just be honest. When Coach Saban retired, Brock, Bama Nation, the reason some of these guys even left, I'm just fast forwarding to Coach Saban. A lot of these guys even left the team and transferred because they didn't want to play for anybody else but Coach Saban. That's just the truth. And there are guys that are out there that, yes, we could have gotten them. We could have gotten them if Coach Saban had been there, because go back and listen to them. Their dream was to play for the GOAT. You know, and you know, but like Michelle said, the decline started with before Coach Saban retired, and here's the reason why. Here's part of it right here. It really wasn't just the players; it was losing coaching staff every year. See, so there was. I'm not going to say there was an internal problem. That script A brings respect. It does. But not only does it bring respect from other players, it brings respect from other schools, and other schools want the coaches. How many times do you think Coach Saban was offered way more money somewhere else? Okay, I'll say this. It sounds like I'm stuttering, but see, here comes that thought. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning. Roll Tide to you. But watch this. Ask Texas. Ask them. Ask the folks in Texas what happened. Who did they go after first back in the gap? Okay? See what I'm saying? They were going after Coach Saban, and Coach Saban turned it down. Now, losing coaching staff, okay, watch this. And you're right. Losing coaching staff every year was coming from so much winning national titles. That's going to happen. Exactly. That's what we're saying. No two coaching staffs view it the same. Remember, I told you all that yesterday, that no two players approach the game the same. No two coaching staffs approach the game the same either. I'm telling you, Brock, a lot of folks are upset about the fact that that KB and others have made the statement, but it is true. It's true. People are looking at it from a quality of player perspective, but a lot of that have to deal with quality of coaching perspective. Then coupled with the game changing and so forth and so on, Alabama's, conducting business the way that Alabama does to a certain degree, then guess what? It's all about this now. And so kids go there. But as far as that respect thing goes, and people don't respect Bama, and people are not fearing Bama, this, that, and the third, that's true. That's true. We are, okay, we'll say, people say, well, we beat Georgia, and that's all we can say. But we lost to Vanderbilt. We lost to Oklahoma. Two teams that we were supposed to beat. They weren't even supposed to be in the game with us. I'm just saying now. It's about that, y'all. That's where the issue is like. And this year is a proving point that last year, you were gonna, that happened. It happened. That's all Piano Man can say, that it happened. I don't know really why. People done blame Milroe. People done blame DeBoer. People done blame the center. People done blame this. People blame that. People blamed everybody but the kitchen sink. But I'm going back to what our governor says all the time. Alabama is everybody's Super Bowl. Everybody. Alabama gets everybody's best game until Alabama can really take the game over and all that kind of stuff. Y'all, you see what I'm saying? So they can't get mad that people are saying or looking at some things from a perspective is the lack of respect and this, that, and the third. I can't formulate a sentence right there for it. But people got to start looking at it for what it is. That the decline started after I'm gonna be honest with you. When we won the last natty and we came in the next year, I read the stats to you. Bryce Young was sacked over 40 times? I can't remember. And I don't have that graphic with me. But the decline started. The decline started. I'm being honest with you. We went 2 years with a Heisman Trophy winner in Bryce Young and couldn't bring home a natty. Brought home an SEC championship and lost in the natty game. Remember that? Who beat us? Georgia did. The one time that they beat us, and some of their fans are hanging their head. But here's the catch with Georgia. Georgia has been consistent in what they do. Look, I'm wearing my blockade. I'm wearing my Roll Tide shirt. I'm Bama till my casket drop. But you've got to honor the truth. You've got to honor the truth. You know? And so I'm just saying. Good morning, Governor. I'm just saying. So now I said it on Ryan Fowler Show. It's time to reset program. Good morning, Gabe. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, Brock, here's the reality of that. And I'm not making this about no Georgia show now, so don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I'm just approaching the truth. Georgia did something that Bama didn't do. That was win the SEC championship last year. Didn't do it. Georgia did something that Bama didn't do last year, was make the playoffs. We didn't make it. Now we got the so that's the reason why Kalinowskis and Diego Pavia is talking smack. That's part of it. But Colin Costa, y'all know who I'm trying to say. That dude from Florida State. Look at him. I don't know what he talking for. This the same dude that got benched in the middle of the year by Bob. Okay? I mean, you know, wait a minute, let me go up here. Let me do this. And Steven, so far, bruh, here it go, Steven. Here you go. I got you, bruh. I got you. Good morning, Gary. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. Here we go. Now this settles it all. If you feel disrespected, Bama, then do something about it. Don't get mad when somebody says the truth. Do something about it. Switch that narrative. Make them respect you again. Because the reason Diego Pavia is talking is because he actually beat you. He did it. Ain't no denying. The reason, I'm not saying Oklahoma's talking, because I don't hear much from them, but the reason Oklahoma beat you, Tennessee talking much smack. I'm with whoever said that in the chat yesterday. Doggone it, they marched the goalpost down the street and threw it in the river. Talk about your disrespect against Bama. Tennessee, it's bad. Okay, it's one thing for you to lose to Tennessee, but it's another thing for us to lose to Auburn and Tennessee in the same year. You know what? They were making T-shirts. See, Piano Man. Just because I don't say nothing, okay? This is for all these folks who. Well, let me just leave that alone. Let me not say that. Let me just get to what I'm getting to. This is for folks who don't really get around much. Let me tell you what folks took Lank and did with it. Lost at Nashville, Knoxville, and they took and made T-shirts out of it. Yes, they did. The Piano Man gets around. That's what they took Lank and made that into. Instead of letting the naysayer know, the folks from Tennessee took Lank and said lost at Nashville and Knoxville. And guess what? It was true. Now, nobody hated to come to that no more than Piano Man did. But you should have got mad with Coach Sean when he said he went deeper than KB on it. And I had to call Coach Sean the next day. And if he was on here, he would tell you I did it. I called him and said, bro, you were right. I had to come to it, Gabe. I had to come to it, DSGB '84, I had and all the Georgia fans. I ain't KJ, all y'all. KJ even tell you I said it, that you have to face reality. And the reality is Alabama at this point of 6/27, 2025, we 64 days away from kickoff. We 64 days away from putting Mr. Colonostos, Mr. C, what I'm going to call it, make him Mr. Can. We can prove it by beating them. That's where you start at. You start at game one. But I'm going back with what Steven said. If you feel disrespected, do something about it. Do something about it. That don't just work in football, that works in life. Do something about it. You feeling disrespected? Do something about it. You broke? Do something about it. You want to, if it's a person you got a crush on, do something about it. You want a better living situation? Do something about it. Don't just talk about it, be about it. It's one thing to sit behind a keyboard and be this keyboard warrior and everything and lanking and the this and the blinging and the this and that and the other. But the play, the proof is in the details and it's on the field. And for the last year or two, for the last few years, Bama has been on the decline. That script A, oh yeah, it's respectful. And people still want to play for Bama. But I'm going to tell you something. People also come to Bama because they want to win. And the last couple of years haven't shown that. Yeah, we won the SEC championship that year. That year there. Nick Saban's last SEC championship. Yeah, we won it. Sure did. Yes, we did. But what happened in the next game? We lost to Michigan. That's facts. And then we turn around and play Michigan in December. That's January of the same year. We turn around of the said year. We turn around and lose to Michigan in the same year. That's why they talking smack. They beat us twice in the same year. The same year. Now tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. The proof is in the detail. Facts are facts. And this is the year that Bama has to take the respect back, Bama Nation. That's all KB was saying. That's all Coach Sean saying. That's all Piano Man had. Listen, do you really think that I enjoyed having to own up to that? You really think I enjoyed that? No, I didn't enjoy that. That was some medicine that I did not want to take. But guess what? I had to take it. What have Georgia been consistent in? What have Georgia been consistent in? Going to playoffs. Just that simple. We missed them last year. We didn't even get to the SEC championship game. We missed it. Georgia has been in the picture ever since they won 2 natties. They've been there. Alabama hasn't. Now, don't get me wrong. Let me see. Now, that year that we beat them and in the SEC championship game, and we did send them home. But let me tell you something. That's the year we lost to Texas, too. And yeah, we beat Texas the year before that. But we're looking at consistency. And no, I'm going to say this. I'm going to go on and say it. That Georgia team last year was on the verge, and you got to study football very, very closely. But Georgia was on the verge last year of actually being a 6-loss team. They were heading in that direction. But fortitude. Georgia got, now here we go. Yeah, we picked up 2 good ones yesterday, and there's more to come. These guys are going to Georgia, and Coach Sean was saying it not yesterday, but a few days ago. Georgia got some dogs over there that's going to develop. Now, let's be realistic about something else. And Governor, help me out here, please. And this is something that the governor it has helped me to understand. Ephraim, hold up. Come on, I'm going to wait a minute. This is something that the governor says to me in conversation, and I'm gonna say this, and this is why commits don't mean much anymore, because of the way college football is set up now. Are you gonna be committed to me 3 years from now? Are you gonna still stick with me through the developmental stages? You know, I hear you, though. I hear you, Governor. And you know, but Ephraim asked the question: Is it Bama feeling pressure or just the fans? I think it's a little bit of both. See, it's a double-edged sword. We are all guilty of this. We don't say we say don't look at the past, but when we need a high spade, we pull in the past in. We can't do that. As of right now, Bama is behind, and that's the bottom line. Now, you want to get ahead? I said it. I said it yesterday on a TikTok short. Good morning, Carla. Good morning. Stephen, yes, that's true too. Can I tell you something? Georgia's part of that 11. Georgia's part of it. Georgia's part of it. And even if we don't play Georgia again, they're going to always be part of the conversation. They're going to always be part of the conversation, Stephen. Always. Can't get past that. Georgia part of the SEC. And right now, right about now, Georgia, I hate to say it, but Georgia right now is king. It's king. They're champs. Can't deny that. And the only way to beat the man, what Ric Flair say? In order to beat a man, you got to beat the man. Now, Georgia didn't necessarily beat Bama, but Georgia did what it took to get to the top of the hill. And if it took bypassing Bama, then doggone it, you do it. Because where we messed up at was losing to Vanderbilt, losing to Tennessee, and losing to Oklahoma. Why we wasn't in. So now we have to flip the script. We have to turn the page. I've been saying it, but don't get mad when somebody comes with a particular truth, because none of us as Tide fans like it. What's happening? But when you start putting that thing together, it's like Michelle said, that decline has been happening. When was the last time? Come on now. When was the last time we had a solid old line? I'm talking about a solid one. Solid. It's that. We better think. Listen. Good morning, Anitra. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, Carla again. Good morning. Roll Tide, Anitra. When was the last time? Listen, let me tell you something. I thank God that Parker Brailsford came with Coach DeBoer. We got an award-winning center. Finally. I'm saying, you know. KB, they not the king. They didn't win the Natty. Ohio State did. Georgia Brock is the king of the SEC. And in the words of Ray Parker Jr. and radio, and you can't change that. No. They're the champs. Now, Stephen put it best. I'm going back to Stephen. I'm going back to Stephen's statement. You feel disrespected? Doggone it, do something about it. You might not like what I'm saying this morning, but okay. And I'm standing with KB. I'm standing with Coach Sean. I'm the one. I wish Coach Sean was on here. He would tell you I called him. I called him and woke him up and told him, and I apologize for waking him up. This is the last time we had a solid O-line in 2020. Last time. Even the next year, I told you all, right? And we won the SEC championship, and we went to the Natty, and we all know what happened in that game. But you can't make excuses. Injuries are part of the game, because the reason that we didn't win that game, even though J-Mo went down with that torn ACL, the biggest reason we did not win that game is because we had wide receivers that came in to sub for them that was not ready. Them dudes couldn't catch a cold. And then they turned the pressure up. Georgia turned the pressure up. That's what they're supposed to do. Bama was the one who didn't respond. It is what it is. We ain't had a solid O-line since 2020. And it's been on the decline. Let's see. The numbers on, let me see, scroll up, find the numbers. There we go. That's consistency right there. Proof is in the details there, Brock. 53-5. Two-time SEC champ, two-time Natty since 21. Bama hasn't been there. If that ain't consistency, I don't know what is. We don't like to give them props. I know we don't. There comes a point where we have to face the music. Yes, we can beat them, and we've done that. Nobody's saying that we haven't. We've done that part. We beat them. And they know it. They know it. The world knows it. And in a lot of Georgia's heart, they don't want us coming to Athens, because they feel like a lot of their fan base feels like it's going to be the same old soup warmed over. But what's the problem is that Bama, on the other hand, will we lose? Okay, we win it. Okay. Let's just talk fact. Let's just talk fact. We beat Georgia and got the Vandy the next week. And what happened? Let's talk to let's walk through the process of what happened. Nobody talked about how intense practice was going into the Vanderbilt game. Nobody talked about that. Bama was ranked number 1 in the nation. Nobody talked about that they were focused and this and that and the third. But you know what everybody was talking about? Oh, they went and bought, everybody purchased gold and blinging and this, that, and the other. And Vanderbilt tore that end up. They had no answer for the option. Probably an option Bama to death. That's what happened. That started. And it was already starting. If you really want to know the truth about it, y'all can get mad with me. It is what it is. It's in the past, but it is what it is. You started to see the decline in the Georgia game. Wasn't no way Georgia was supposed to come back and put that many points on the board. And Bama had to do a miracle play to beat them. Let's just call it for what it is. Even Ryan Williams said that that play was not supposed to even went that way. So I'm just saying now, there's your, I mean, you know, let me go back and show that again. 53-5. Two-time SEC champ. Two-time Natty champ. And one of those Natties came against Bama. Saying, if that ain't consistency, I don't know what is. I'm going to say this, okay? So Brock ask a question. Are you saying Georgia has better talent than Bama? Didn't say that. We said that a lot of the talent is going to Georgia. Georgia's picking them up. Let me tell you something. Crowell last night chose Bama over Georgia. I'll tell you why. Because he said it's always been his dream to play for Bama. But Georgia was in the picture. Texas was too. You have to call it for what it is, folks. You know, nobody said that Georgia has better talent. We just said that Georgia is getting the talent. They're getting talent. It is. Can't get mad with KB, Coach Sean, and others that are realistic. Can't beat. We can't. You have to take those script day glasses off sometime, and look at the playing field. Now I'm gonna say this. All right, Ohio State. All right. Ohio State is the king. They won the Natty, not Georgia. Yeah, that's true too. But guess what? Bama didn't win it. I'm repping Bama. But let me tell you something. But we have to take the good, the bad, and the ugly. We have to take the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we have to accept that, folks, that we've got some coming up to do. Governor said it. Right now, Alabama sort of behind. But we are catching up, even in the recruiting wars. We're catching up, even though I'm just gonna say it again. Even though I'm not in all that impressed by it, and that's not no, and I don't say that in a case of disrespect. It's because of the climate of college football these days. Who's gonna sneak behind somebody? Now I know some rules have changed. I forgot about that part. Some rules have changed and everything. But some of these kids, they're not going to be loyal. See, serious now. No, let me see. Hold on. Steven said something else. Here we go. No team will dominate college football for 2 decades again. And that's what I'm talking about, Brock. Right there. The dominance is gone. And I said this before. And this is where even Coach Sean and them looked at me crazy. But I know what I'm talking about. I looked at Georgia. When Georgia won when Georgia won. Okay. I'm gonna go back to that SEC championship game when it was Bama and Georgia in the SEC championship game, right? I was watching Georgia then. Yes, Georgia had the vaunted D line. Bama got hyped up for them boys and ran all over Jalen Carter and company. Yes, they did. They had no answer for Bama's speed. They could not match Bama's speed. They couldn't match it. All right. When J-Mo went down in that championship game, remember Mechie was out too. Y'all, we know what the deal is. Georgia still couldn't match J-Mo. They had matchup problems. They couldn't match up with him. When J-Mo went down, those guys that come in there, that come in there and sub for J-Mo and them, those guys were speedy, but they had no hands. I told y'all a minute ago, they couldn't catch a cold. And then Georgia kicked in high gear. The next year, Georgia went 15-0. They didn't lose a game. But why didn't they play Bama? I wonder why. Oh, I know why. We lost to LSU. Remember that? I'm just bringing up facts. We lost to LSU. We couldn't stop Jaden Daniels. Couldn't stop him. I called the play. The winning play of LSU, I called that bad boy before it even happened. I was watching that game. I said, I said they're gonna run like it's gonna be like a quarterback isolation. I said they're gonna run the same thing that Clemson ran on us in a goal line situation. It's gonna be speed on speed. It's gonna be the right matchup. Jaden Daniels for the touchdown. Boom, pow. That's what happened. And then they threw the ball, touchdown, ball game. Happened just like I said it was gonna happen. Saying now. But when Georgia played LSU in the SEC championship game, it wasn't even no ball game. Coupled with the fact that there were other issues going on that we won't discuss at this time. But LSU wasn't going to beat Georgia in that game. They wasn't going to beat them. Anytime Jaden Daniel was doing that same play and got in the interior of Georgia line and Jalen Carter calling and lifting them up off the ground, I just went on and turned the game off. And then just set him back down on his feet and they're going back to the huddle, big dog. I just turned the game off and started watching something else. Georgia was too dominant. But the dominance began to decline. And that's the part that I'm getting at. Even Georgia was built up just like Clemson. That dynasty thing that they was talking about, it didn't happen. But they were consistent. Still consistent. And I'm gonna name you another team even more consistent than Georgia. Clemson. Go look at it. Clemson done been in the picture. Clemson was in the picture for like 6 years straight. Saying now. So, nobody's saying that Georgia has better talent. It's just said that the talent was going to Georgia. Bama has some catching up to do. We're catching up. You're riding the ship now. But in the words, Stephen, you feel disrespected, then doggone it, you got to do something about it on the field, not on social media. You got to go out and beat FSU. LSU too, but FSU first. You got to show Castellanos that what he said is not true. But you show him on the field. You show him on the field. And that's what Georgia does. Georgia shows it on the field. Texas shows it on the field. They didn't lose to a Vanderbilt last year. Yeah, Texas struggled with them, but Texas found a way to beat them. We didn't. Those are facts. But this is a brand new year. Do we know what it holds? No. Do we know? We would like to know what it holds, and we would like to think that Bama is on its way back. We're supposed to feel that way. But don't dismiss this thing saying that, we giving Georgia too much credit. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. No. David Pollack said what David Pollack was supposed to say. The problem was David Pollack said it in front of the wrong person. When he said Georgia's the new dynasty and the new king on the hill, blah, 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 and the new king of the SEC, at that point, he forgot Nick Saban was still coaching. They took that as motivation. Okay? And what happened? Beat them. It happened. But did Bama win a natty? No, we didn't. Georgia didn't either, but no, we didn't. We're talking about Bama now. So all I'm saying is that don't get upset because of the truth. But then by that same token, the truth is supposed to upset you. I might lose viewers and likes and subscribers. That's cool and fine. But it's still not going to erase the fact that right now, Georgia is the king of the SEC. Now, who's the most popular? Bama. But give me a natty over popularity any day. Give me the SEC championship over popularity any day. Give me that script A and winning any day than having to give me the script A and I'm having to defend why we're losing. That's all Piano Man's saying. Change the narrative. And only Bama can change that narrative. You got to change that narrative on the football. Moon Rocker. Uh-oh. Moon Rocker. What the boy, look at him. What the business is. What's up, B Sharp, my brother? Now, Keith says Texas is more popular. No, Archie Manning is more popular. Moon Rocker, what's up, man? That's a thank you, Governor. I ain't trying to be. I ain't no homer. I learned being a homer from that. Let me give me some water because I almost said a bad word last year. I almost said something I ain't had no business saying. I learned that foolishness last year, not this year. It's time to take the rose-colored glasses off. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. You got to keep it a book. Am I for my team? I all the way. Told you. You know, all the way. I'm with my Alabama Crimson Tide till my casket drop. But yes, we got two. Hey, thanks, Moon Rocker. Hey, bro. Hey, I'm just trying to. Hey, like I said, I'm no expert, but I know what I'm talking about. But I'm glad to see you, Moon Rocker. Man, hey, bro, we got to get together kind of soon now, Moon Rocker. So, hit me up sometime so we can make some plans. Some of we hang out and talk about. Let's talk. Let's talk. Yeah, man. Be sharp. That's the main man. Be sharp. I hate I missed y'all last night, but you had it going on, bro. And thanks for the shout out and everything. Listen, be Sharpshooter Sports Talk on the block with Coach Carl, Kangaroo Black. Man, if you have not subscribed to these channels, along with on the Long Run with Piano Man, come on, subscribe. Let's get it. Come on now, let's get it. We all helping each other. Let's get it. And like I said, and I know somebody got mad with me for saying this, but I don't care. This kitchen big enough for everybody to cook in, and everybody gets something to eat. Everybody. And if you don't like what a particular chef is cooking, go to another restaurant. That's how you handle that. That's simple. Ain't no sense in you breaking your foot about it. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. Love you too. Yeah. But now I will say this, Georgia fan. But now that's gonna be on Mike Bobo. Now, if they do that right there, they'll go a little further. But I'm telling you now, Georgia fan, don't get it twisted. Y'all the kings of the SEC, but y'all not gonna go that far with the type of offense that you run. Got to open it up some. And I hate to tell you this, but it's like a carbon copy. And Coach Saban had to learn that the hard way. And once he learned that principle, he was a little bit more wide open. Yes, he still had a structured defense. And yes, he still wanted that defense to be sound. Yes, he wanted a running game, but he had to bring that passing attack in it. And when he did, it's all, the rest is history. But still, we were not balanced. And when we started losing games that we was not supposed to lose. Last year, we lost game we shown up wasn't supposed to lose. That's where the disrespect is coming in. That's why. I'm just saying. Good to see Moon Rock. Yes. Thank you. Good morning, Double A. Good morning, Double A. Uh-huh. Yeah. Even if you were still coaching that, would we still be having? Yes, we would. So didn't nobody want to approach the decline, Double A. I saw the decline coming for us when I told you in Bryce Young's first start at Alabama, when he started after Mac Jones left, Bryce Young was sacked over 40 times. We've been had O-line problems. We've been having. Saying now, yeah, we would still have that conversation. But those of us that's willing to have it, see, and that's the other part, Double A. See, a lot of us are not willing to have that conversation because we think it's going to offend somebody. We think we're going to offend somebody. Listen. If the truth offends you, then keep living in a lie. Because the opposite of a lie is the truth. And the truth of the matter is, Double A, you know it, I know it, and those of us that are truthful fans, the decline started before Coach Saban retired. The saying. Oh yes, we will still be having it. I know I would. And can I tell you something, Double A? And if you really want to know the truth, Coach Saban would probably be having the same conversation. Which offensive coordinator would Kirby go after? Well, I ain't gonna mess with that one. I about know. Cause I'm gonna tell you what, Georgia fan, if y'all don't get it this year, y'all don't do it this year, I believe Kirby gonna let Bobo go. That's just one man's humble opinion. But I think some changes are going to come. You know. Somebody going to get let go. And you know what, Stephen? I'm going to start that right there. That's the question right here. Bama, how bad do you want it? Results matter. I believe this year Bama takes back what's ours. How bad you want it? Could have stopped right there. Right there, Stephen. You could have stopped right there. And how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? There was an old song about that. How bad do you want it? See, and Ephraim, my little brother says the same thing. Now, my little brother's a Florida fan, but he said that very same thing, that Kirby's still on the Bama blueprint. Oh, the old Bama blueprint. And that's not gonna get the job done. You got to open up. JB said it best yesterday about opening up the playbook, being able to run more, being able, especially from an offensive point of view, being able to run more plays to get better results. Because I'm telling you now, the way Bama went up on Georgia last year, Georgia was supposed to have folded up and went home at halftime. But I'm telling you now, when they adjusted, true. That's part of it. That's a part of it. Double A, yeah. That's a part of it. But he did have an interview once. I'm loving this Free Fall Friday because I had some issues this morning about my script and everything. So I'm loving this conversation. But gentlemen, I don't think NIL and portal had anything to do with Coach Saban retiring. I believe he was just exhausted. That's part of it. But a lot of it, some of it did have to deal with the portal and the way some things were going, because Coach Saban, I'm gonna say this, and I've been watching, I told you all, hey coach, this is why I told you all to download Tide 100.9, and I don't know if it's gonna keep it on the same day, but every Wednesday they have this hour-long program, really like an hour and a half every Wednesday, called Hey Coach, and they come remotely from Baumhower's there in Tuscaloosa. Every week, the head football coach of Alabama and a player that week steps into Baumhower's and they talk about Alabama football. Coach Saban, I want to say back in 22, I think it was, Coach Saban was on there one night and was just going on. And it was in that show, that particular episode. You can even YouTube it if you want to. Coach Saban told everybody what was coming down the pipe. He told everybody what was coming down the pipeline. He told everybody, and it happened just like he said it would happen. So he probably did get exhausted, but I think he was exhausted from Double A. I think the exhaustion came from the fact that you're trying to keep people satisfied and this and that and the third. You couldn't do it. So you're right. I won't say it didn't have anything to do with it. I'll just say it NIL and transfer portal didn't have everything to do with it, but I believe it had a big portion Even Miss Terry had something to say about it. Even Miss Terry had something to say about it. Let me see something. He even said during that season took 5 years off of his life. Yeah. I mean, had a lot to do with it. I mean, it had a lot to do with it, just not everything. But the grind, and then that's the other part of that. When you're Bama, when you're elite schools like that in sport, a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. It is. You're feeling the pressure from the school. You're feeling the pressure from the team. You're feeling the pressure from the fans. You know, you got different pressures going on in your personal life. So yeah, probably was exhaustion. But that NIL transfer portal, Coach Saban told us that was coming. He told us it was coming. They're going to try, Kimberly. But we just have to start with game one. So I'm just asking Bama fans, when you hear us, some of us podcasters talk like this, don't get upset with the truth. Just do what we're doing and say, hey, Bama, like Steve said again, you feel disrespected, do something about it. Exactly, Key. A 1-0 mentality. 1-0. That's what has to happen. Coach Saban even used to preach that. Win is play by play. Win the play. Win your play. But if you lose your play, if you lose that particular play, don't go back to the huddle defeated and then go back, call the next play, and you go back to the line of scrimmage with a defeated attitude about a play that's over. Go win the next play. That's how you do that. I'll tell you how. I said it a couple times right here. Blueprint. And then the guys that are there, they're selling. They're selling the program. I don't know. I sent it to you. No, I didn't. I should have. When Crowell committed last night, there's another video that went out. They did an interview with Crowell. I'm gonna show this up there. They did an interview with Crowell. Crowell sent out a message. And when the reporter asked him, she said, anything else? And he said, I just want to say one thing. I'm paraphrasing. He said this. He said, so Darren Morgan, you know where home is. It's called players selling their team. Players, when they say player-led team, they are, putting it out there. They're selling the product. They're selling the brand. These guys talk, Steve, Ephraim. These guys talk. They talk to each other. When Keelan Russell listen, he was in the bag at SMU. Everybody knows it. I don't know what Courtney Morgan said. I don't know what Courtney Morgan did. I don't know what any of those guys, those other recruiters said. But all of a sudden, the name Keelan Russell comes up. And the next thing you know, he's left SMU, left that commitment, and is on his way to here. Thank you, Coach Carl. He's on his way to here. And the next thing you know, Keelan is doing an interview and he's telling different players that he chats with. He say, "Hey, y'all know where home is. Come join me so we can win a natty together." See what I'm saying? That's how they get. Now, sometimes they come, sometimes they don't. Yeah, Key Crowell already recruiting. He was recruiting in his own interview. He didn't make it about him. He made it about the future. Just sit down and think about it for a minute. Crowell and A.K. Deere in the same backfield. My God, hey. I'm just saying. It's all about teamwork. So here we go. Steven said, DeBoer found out what time it is in the SEC last year. Steven, I tell you again, like I told JB yesterday and a couple others, you could have stopped with that sentence right there, and you didn't have to put nothing else. He found out what time it was. This ain't a Pac-2. This the SEC where everybody brings it. Why? Because you at the standard. Now, I want people to understand, I'm not saying that Alabama is no longer the standard, because that's not true. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is other teams have caught up with us. I want you to sit and think about it for a minute. All right, in that Big Ten, in the Big Ten, which is no longer the Big Ten, I still believe that the SEC is still the purest conference in all of college football. You know, it's still the purest conference. But when was the last time? So now I'm thinking about it now. When was the last time Michigan has beaten Ohio State the way that they've done? Now I'm thinking about it. Now I know Michigan got a lot of scandal out on them right now, and that's all. I got all that. And until something is done about it, right about now, Michigan owns Ohio State. See, it's the same difference right there, Brock. Still listen to it. It's the same difference. Yes, Ohio State won the Natty last year. They've lost to Michigan. Boom, 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 boom. On now. Same difference like Alabama beat Georgia like that, but no Natty for Bama. Ohio State just won one last year. But look how long it took them to win it. Count the years in between natties. That's all I'm saying. Count the years in between natties. Nick Saban told us we did something. Look, Alabama did some stuff that was totally unheard of in a 17-year window. Roll Tide, rise up. Good morning. Roll Tide, my brother. In a 17-year window, Nick Saban did something that was totally unheard of. You don't hear about 6 natty. No, that's not supposed to happen like that. Like someone said, like I think it was Ephraim who said, you won't see that type of dominance no more because the landscape of college football has changed. And this is why Bama this year has to change the narrative. Coach DeBoer found out last year that this is big boy football. SEC ain't no joke, man. No joke. We got to get it. Let's get it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. But we picked up 2 recruits last night, Crowell and Suter. And I think Bama's gonna be good from here on out. But just know this. Don't get upset. And don't let these people get to hollering about all Bama can get is a bunch of 3 stars now. Let me tell you something. I know some 5 stars that didn't pan out. I know some 4 stars that didn't make it either. But you can always develop 3-star. You can develop them dudes. And remember, in the words of Governor JB 718, you're talking high school. High school. You're talking about high school. Okay? Saying now. So when they get to college, Governor, there it is. There it is, Governor. Tell them. Uh-huh. Yeah. You put a lot of stock in a lot of these stars. Look at this. Like what here's Key. Yeah, Key. Yeah. Look at that. And go back and listen to this man's story of Josh. Go back and listen to Josh Jacobs' story. Tell you how that all came about. So I'm just saying, you know, everybody harping on Bama being 3-star, this, that, and the third. One thing about it, the Piano Man is I'm in a lot of particular social media venues, and I'm watching stuff. I'm paying attention to stuff. Got to look out for even cryptic messages sometimes. See, got to watch. I believe Bama's on the verge of getting somebody else. Listen, that dinner is just getting ready to start cooking. Oh yeah, Roll Tide. You saw that last night. Well, you saw that. For those that Mr. Crowell commitment party, watch party, man. Texas was talking that cash money. Texas was talking cash. Them Texas fans was talking cash money. You know what? Last night, I ain't even lying to you. They were talking that cash money last night. I'm being honest. They were talking cash money, and when he signed with, he committed to Bama. I almost said signed. When he committed to Bama, see, they went in. They went in. They went in. They were going in, man. They were going in. And they couldn't believe it that he chose Bama over the bag. Most guys that go to Texas, I'm gonna tell you what threw everything off last night, Key and Roll Tide. And for those of us that were watching that was at that watch party, what threw everything off is when that dude come out there. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see the necklace Crowell was wearing last night? That's what threw everything off. It threw it all off. That necklace, folks were saying, "Oh gosh, oh Lord, you see that necklace? Oh, he's going to Texas. He's going to Texas." And boy, that's when the excitement started. And then he turned around and teased, picked up that Alabama hat. That was all she wrote. Saying. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to stay on here too long because we do have a show tonight, you know. We do have a show tonight. KB, Piano Man, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. We do have a show tonight. What's the name of it? Keeping it a buck. Whether you like it or not, we're going to keep it a buck. You don't like it, then don't come. That's all we're saying. Texas is getting out of control. Could you imagine if they won a natty? Oh, gosh. But right about now, I ain't worried about all that. See, I'm not worried about that. So, are you serious? I'm like Fred Sanford. I ain't seen that much money in all my life. But that's where we are now. And someone made the statement about Bama not getting players. Well, here's part of your reason. That collective is really not there. So this is why I suggest that even we as fans, I know some people have a difference of opinion about this, but it's just my opinion. That's why okay, cool. Okay, double A. I got you. I believe. I I just, babe, I believe. I believe you, dear. I believe you. You don't listen. You don't just put that up in a chat like that and you don't know what you're talking about. I'm just saying. Not a sane person anyway. You know. But yeah. That's the time we're living in, folks. That's the time we're living in. See, that's the time we living in. Yeah. Good morning, Susan. Good morning. I'm just saying now. That's where we are now. But here we go. But I'm about to end this like this, and here we go. For all the folks that think, here's the reality. Saban is gone now. Now Bama stands on their own standard. Learn from the past. Don't repeat it. Continue the standard. And listen about that standard thing. Here's how I view that. The standard was set before Saban got there. Saban just more or less perfected it and put a brand new spin on it. And he did, like I said, in 17 years, 6 natties. And 7 for him when you count the one he won at LSU. This dude was a football genius. A genius. He took his losses, yeah, but he still knew what he was talking about. And what got to me is in one of those championships, everybody was asleep. Coach Saban was up the next morning preparing for recruiting trips. He had his notebook and everything out, had his pad out, things like that, just keying in numbers and looking at who they could target it. He was getting ready for the very next year. And one of the reporters made the statement and said, you're not celebrating. He said, it's time for that later on. Right now, I'm behind on recruiting. I'm behind. That came out of Coach Saban's mouth. That's called standard. He set the standard. That's what has to happen now with Coach DeBoer, setting his own standard. What worked for Coach Saban might not work for Coach DeBoer. Sad but true. So I'm just saying now, and I don't know what all Kangaroo has for us tonight, but I'm gonna tell you this. I guarantee you, this might be on the agenda. But nobody's pumping Georgia. You're giving them props because it's just true. But Bama wants to change that narrative. What has to happen is start winning. I'm a Raiders fan, but Al Davis said it best. Just win, baby. Just win. That's what Al Davis, that was the motto back in the gap for the Oakland Raiders. Just win. Just win. Win, baby. Just win. That's all I want to say to Bama. Just win. Winning settles everything. Winning settles it. I'm going to be releasing a short later on today about that very thing. Winning settles everything. Just win. Winning gets people to buy your merch. Winning puts people in the stands. Winning broadens your fan base. Winning brings you championships. And winning brings you respect. Winning settles everything. So August the 30th, we'll see. And just remember this. I'm going to tell you again. Those of you that want KT, what the business is. You know what the business is. Roll Tide, KT. Let me tell you something. Tell you something. I'm gonna say these two things. I'm gonna go. Um, I was in a conversation with a friend yesterday, and they were sharing with me something that happened on another. JB, you better say that today. Better say, don't nobody. If you ain't in first place, you're second. Who cares? Let me tell y'all this, and I was gonna say this at the beginning, but I'm gonna say it now. They were telling me about an incident that took place on another podcast show. And there was, people on the panel, whatever, and a particular person that was on the panel who had said some out-of-pocket stuff on another show. The person was in the chat, said, hey, you got somebody on the show there that don't know how to treat people. And I'm worried about that person, so forth and so on. I'm careful about how I say things on here. I have to be careful. Not because I'm worried about the FCC. I'm worried about everyday people like all of us. People that have family, people that have jobs, people that are trying to better themselves and want better for other people. I worry about how those people view me. I do. I really do. I worry about it because I want to present the best, not just the best in content, but I want to present the best in character. Character over content a lot of times. Now, none of us are experts. None of us are just 100% correct about everything. We're not. Sorry to burst your bubble about that, but you're not. And we all depend on stories here, there, because unless you working for Alabama or working for Ohio State or working for a Notre Dame or a USC or a Washington, Florida, it doesn't matter. You depend on info coming from that particular pipeline. Sometimes the info is correct, sometimes it's incorrect. But treating people is what's key. How you treat people. So I'm going to tell you what. Some people may never remember what you said. Some people may never even remember just per se your name all the time. But the one thing they'll never forget is how you treated and how you treated other folks. So I'm saying this, to everybody. Let's be careful how we treat folks. I have to give everybody credit on here. Is that we have fun, we say some things, we come up with. Now I'm not gonna say that because that's gonna start something. We have fun. We have fun. We say some things out the all that kind of stuff and everything, but nobody is disrespecting nobody else. And I have to give you credit. But now the moment the disrespect starts, you're going to hear from Piano Man. Trust me on that. Trust and believe. Yes. So character is currency and word is bond. I'm going to tell you something. And I'm thankful to my parents. They're gone. The white, the producer. Oh, Lord. Uh-oh. Everybody going to need somebody sometime in your life. What you say. And what the old folks say. What you say. Yeah. Everybody. I'm nothing without y'all. That's the business. Watch this. Right here. Come on now, chat. Man, y'all in this chat. Y'all got it rolling over here. I can't even keep up. Right here. Character is currency and word is bond. And if your word ain't your bond, then your character can't be your currency. You're bankrupt. Just be careful. All I'm saying today is Don't let a podcast cause you to act out of pocket. If you don't agree with something, you just don't agree with it. And that shouldn't cause you to fall out with them and take your subscription away just because, you don't agree. Hell, I don't agree with a whole lot of stuff. I didn't agree with a lot of stuff my parents said, but shucks, it beat sleeping on the street. And that's all I'm going to say about that. At least I could come home. And I may not agree with my parents on everything, but once they explained to me how they felt, then I understood. And it's okay. Thank you, Michelle. It's okay to agree and disagree. It's okay. It's okay. But it's okay to disagree. But don't be disagreeable. Me and Sharpshooter, look here. Me and Sharpshooter don't agree all the time. We don't. Listen, let me tell you something. If y'all could be backstage, and it's not just me and Sharpshooter, because me and Sharpshooter, for the most part, just remember, for the most part, me and Sharpshooter do agree. But sometimes people will say some stuff like, okay, I'll give you a good for instance, because this Sharpshooter gonna start laughing. He know what I'm about to say. Sharpshooter said Tom Brady is the GOAT. I said, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Tom Brady may have went to all them Super Bowls, but he did not win them all. I'm basing it on that. But guess what? Me and Sharpshooter laugh about that all the time. And most of the time I say that just to get on his nerve. I really do. But in my opinion, it's Joe Montana. It's Joe Montana. It's Terry Bradshaw. Shucks. It's even Joe Namath. He went to one and didn't lose it. Tom Brady lost to 3. Shucks. And out of the 2 of them, he lost to Eli Manning twice. Eli Manning owns Tom Brady. But me and B Sharp don't fall out about that. He'll just say, yeah, the man. Nah. But it is what it is. That's just me. But you can't get mad about stuff like that. It's okay to disagree, but just don't be disagreeable. Hell, you don't know everything. Agree to disagree. I hear you, Stephen. I mean, it is what it is. So, I mean, I can't wait till, wait a minute, hold up on that. Wait a minute, I got to go back because JB said something. I was on that, hold up. All right. See, Susan, I need somebody to put Susan in timeout for about 10 seconds. Just remember, nobody pays your bills but you until that changes dirt off the shoulder. Yeah, JB, but you got to have a job in order to pay the bills. Anyway, got to have a job there. Got to have a job. Yeah, nobody pays them. You're right. That means go get a job. Go get a job. Get a job. Go get a job. I'm double A, baby. I'm trying. I'm just saying. I mean, you better wake up and smell the coffee. Folks have caught up with Bama. Folks have caught up with them. They've caught up with us. We got to make some adjustment. Double A, I ain't laughing at you. This chat is killing me. They wait till the end of the show, knowing good and well I need to be going. And here come everybody with the rapid fire comments. JB, I know I want. See, this is 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row. I'm getting ready to pronounce the benediction. And here comes somebody. Yesterday it was Yesterday was Steven. Now here comes JB. That's why I can't take y'all nowhere. I know it. I think we will be fine this year. I think we'll be fine this year. We have recruited a lot here in the South. Oh, Michelle, thank you. 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 Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Now, I'll end it on this note instead of some of this crazy stuff. Some of the fan base saying over here in the chat. We have recruited a lot here in the South, and the staff is complete. I want to bring this up. Anybody remember this? Coach DeBoer will never, ever be able to recruit the South. Coach DeBoer will never be able to do what Nick Saban did in the South. The South. He'll never recruit the South. He'll never recruit it. Really? 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 I remember that. Bama is burning. Bama is burning. Bama is burning. Nobody wants to play for that Kalen DeBoer fella. Nobody wants to play for Bama anymore. Bama is on fire. Bama is burning. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? And Bama is quietly going about doing that work. So thank you, Michelle, for reminding me. I forgot all about, because I was going to talk about that today. You know, Bama is burning. Bama is burning. I mean, you know, you'll never be able to recruit South and everything. And you got even more coming today. More coming. So never say never. Never say never. Never say never. More coming today. That's all I'm saying. More coming today. So I'm just saying, for those of you that may be listening, once this post and all that kind of stuff, you get mad with Piano Man. Come on, I'm here for it. But you can't erase the facts. I'm just the old school kind of guy who just believe in calling it for what it is. Because let me tell you something, nobody sugarcoated nothing for me. So why yeah, Mr. Matt. That's all I'm gonna say. Mr. Matt. Bama is burning. Nobody wants that DeBoer guy. Nobody wants to play for him. And listen, I don't know. Somebody put the governor in timeout. But you got to, I'm serious. But in order for your bills to get paid, you got to have a job. I mean, now look, I know we got algebra. I know we got algebra and all that kind of stuff, but I do believe 1 + 1 is still 2. A job plus clocking in equals getting paid. That's what I thought. But anyway, back to what hey y'all, where's Nick Harden? I have not seen him today. Have anybody seen it? Nick, if you listening, roll tide, brother. Roll tide. And wait a minute, this part right here. That LSU podcast guy, especially when Alabama flip Russell. Yeah, you got the number 2. Yeah, Alabama going for number 2s now, blah, 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 blah. But listen, he didn't say a word when Underwood flipped from LSU and went to Michigan. he didn't say. At least I didn't hear him say anything. I didn't hear him say nothing. I didn't hear him say nothing. But listen, I want everybody to go over to YouTube sometime today, and if you really want to see something funny, the guy's name is Matt Moscana, right? When Alabama beat LSU that night in Baton Rouge, I need y'all to go to his podcast to pull up Matt Moscana after Bama LSU. And I need y'all to watch that podcast. You talk about hilarious. I'm talking about hilarious. Matt Moscana is funny. He can be real annoying. But when they lost that game, I never seen so much depression. And I've been depressed before, but never like that. Never like that. Yeah, Michelle, we ain't through. We got Crowell. We got Suter. We're gonna somebody else. Man, it's coming. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Roll Tide, rise up. Somebody listen. I'm finna go because this finna get off the rails. We've been doing good, and here we go. I don't want to hear nothing about. I ain't even gonna say it because I want to hear that. Yeah. If anybody you couldn't help but to see it. My scan of them had me rolling, man. I was crying laughing. Yes, sir. I saw that, Miss Michelle. He was offered a scholarship too. And from what I was told, he's actually just as good or even better than his brother. Remember that. But remember, he'll never be able to coach, recruit like Saban. Okay, times can change, folks. Ball head Billy. They would. Wait a minute, dog. Right. He was drinking his sorrows away. I'm talking about listen, y'all, on international media. Man, listen, this podcasting stuff, it is fun. But it's some stuff that people do, they take it too far. He did. He did, Double A. I'm talking about, I ain't seen that much drinking in my, and I done seen some stuff when it comes to drinking. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. Never, ever. And that's why I said I need Bama to come with it this year. But I expect to see more of that where that came from. Y'all hear me? He was drinking. Oh my goodness. Drinking, I'm talking about every other word was not clean. It was not of Ivory soap and Dawn dishwashing liquid. Matter of fact, he needed some Ivory soap and some Dawn dishwashing liquid. You talk about angry. Okay, angry. But y'all, don't get angry. Tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Everybody west of Texas, you know what time it is for you out there, Mountain and Western. Y'all know what time it is. Tune in, KB, Piano Man. We're going to be keeping it a buck. And I'm telling you now. Like I said, I don't know what KB has on for the list tonight, but I'm pretty sure some things are going to get addressed, and I'm just going to fall on in there with him. He Batman, I'm Robin. I'm there for, I'm just making sure everything. I'm just there, I'm just there. So tonight, I want everybody there. And listen, I want to thank you for, here we go. And I don't do this often, but I kind of do. So here we go. Right here. Yes, I want to thank you for 213 Yeah, T-Bear, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name either, Double A, but it was funny. If you've never watched Matt Moscana after the LSU lost to Bama last year, you owe it to yourself. But what you really owe it to yourself is to go back and watch the Matt Moscana clips on Bama on Bama. Go watch the clips on Bama on what he says about Alabama, this, that, and the third, and then go watch him after Alabama beat LSU and watch that whole dialogue there. It is hilarious. I laughed till I cried. You know, I didn't realize Matt Moscana could really be that funny, but he is hilarious. But he was gone. I'm with Double A. He was gone that night. Him and his partner, I think it's T-Bear, T-Bone, whatever his name is, they were off the chain. They were off the chain. And like Double A said, now I know everybody's not. I know everybody's not into cursing and stuff like that, and I'm not either. So I'm giving you a spoiler alert. They saying some not so nice things, but it is funny. Oh, really? All right. Okay, Michelle, we're playing Bama, Georgia tomorrow night. All right, I'll watch that. 64 days. 64 days, and we roll 64 days. But if you're going to watch that, watch it tomorrow night. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I will not be interrupting you watching a game. I told y'all that once before. I'm not going to interrupt you watching a game. If I come back on and everything, it was going to be always after the game. I really don't do watch parties like that. And not that I don't attend them. I will attend them from time to time. But the reason that I don't is because I have this tendency to start shouting out before the play is over because no two networks are on the same speed level and things like that. So I just have this tendency of being, this, that, and the third. So I like to be a team player. But I'm just letting you know letting you know now that there will be some nights that after the game, all of us, I think it's going to be Kangaroo Black, B Sharp, Coach Sean, Piano Man, a couple of others, probably Jonathan Lewis. We'll all try to link. We're going to be linking up together, and it's going to be one big party. One big party after Alabama games, okay? So just be ready for that. We'll let you know. I'll let you know in plenty of time what's going on, and we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. Now, what is the producer talking about? Do I have to put him in timeout? I'm about to start putting folks in timeout around. D-Bob, yeah. That's him. D-Bob. Oh, you know what? Okay. I'm going over there, Double A. I'm going over there. I sure am. I'm going over there. I am. I'm going over there today. I am. And I'll watch it. I'm going to be doing some new things and okay. All right. Okay. Well, I just won't be doing that like that, KT, because I don't want to be in the governor's bad grace. I want to stay in the governor's good graces. Hint. I want to be in the governor's good graces, KT. Hint. If you're supposed to be, let me get out of him. Listen, thanks to everybody for coming. We've had fun today. We've had right at 40 in the chat. Man, thank you for engaging me. Just me with my old self, with my antiquated ways. Thank you for engaging me. Thankful for just the 401k crew. Thank y'all. Be sharp. Thank you for coming. Kangaroo Black. Thank you for coming. Thank you for all lookers and lurkers, ghost writers, ghost, Jasper, all y'all, whatever, whomever. Thank you to all of you that are subscribers. Oh. Listen. 401k crew. Got to get with you later on today. But Be Sharp Sharpshooters Sport Talk. He has announced his giveaway. I told Sharpshooter that the long run with Piano Man will be also doing the same giveaway. It's not the size of the it's not so much the size of the dog in the fight, but it's the size of the fight in the dog. We will be giving away college football 26, and it comes out here within the next week or two, and everything. So just be on the lookout. Now there will be some requirements. The requirement is in order for you to win, you first of all you got to be subscribed to the Long Run with Piano Man. So that's 213 of y'all. But the 401k crew is not eligible for winning. I've made that known. I'm personally doing something for 401k crew. Okay, I'm personally going to do something for them. Matter of fact, Gildan already got here. Carly, if you're listening, y'all please do something with governor. This governor over here. I can't with y'all. In order for you, man, look here. Y'all need to stop, man. Carla, do something with the governor, please. Please do something with the governor. But you must be a subscriber to the channel. You must be a subscriber. And be sharp. You see what I have to go through? Thank you, Michelle. What is it that the wrong? No, you don't. Okay, let me get back on. What did he say wrong? He said you got to have a 401k in order. Golly. Oh my goodness. Oh my. I'm trying to get subscribers and y'all up there making it hard on me, man. Oh my goodness. But you got to be a subscriber to the network and everything in order to be eligible for the prize. Not only that, at time to time, I will be also doing a few just some little things to let you know how much I appreciate you. But now he gonna come talk about subscribe. Talking about I don't see nothing wrong with what JB said. Good morning, Zach Pitcher Gaming. Roll Tide to you. Subscribe to Zach Pitcher Gaming's channel if you have not. He's a good brother. He and his wife, great couple. And they have fun over there. So subscribe to Zach Pitcher Gaming. He's a good dude. Okay. Also, but back to what I was saying. Listen, I'm doing fine, Zach. I'm doing fine. Here's Gary. Here's the lookout, man. Everybody's here. All the 401k crew is here. Gary's here. KT's here. Carl is here. Susan's here. The governor's here. The GM is here. The producer's here. OG Gill is here. Own transportation would have been wrong, don't you think? Now listen. I'm not going there with y'all today. Anyway, can't believe it called on the what going. Anyway, but you have to be a subscriber, and you just have to be a subscriber to the channel, and then we go from there. Then time to time, I will have other little giveaways as an act of appreciation to say thank you for tuning in to the Long Run with Piano Man and everything. But like I said, the 401k crew themselves are not eligible to win. Piano Man personally doing something for them. And I'm not saying it to put my name out there. I'm saying it because that's how much I care about them and I appreciate them. So throw those shots. I think everybody kind of know that, girl. I think they know. But anyway, so anyway, as I close, just remember, shout out to all content creators and podcasters everywhere. Listen. Oh, thank you, Stephen. On the clock. That's right. Thank you, Stephen. Boy, you and Michelle have really helped me out on some things that I really needed to say today. Look at him. You got from today, 6/27/2025, until 5 p.m., August the 21st. August the 21st. If you want Piano Man to perform, play, attend your wedding, your wedding renewal vows, all that kind of stuff, you have from now until August the 21st to get it together, because if not, at 5:01 p.m. on August the 21st, my black book is going in a safe, locked away, locked in the safe, and it will not be unlocked until when? February the 9th. February the 9th. I think the day after the Super Bowl. Soon as the Super Bowl is over, we can negotiate weddings. We can negotiate engagements. We can negotiate renewal of the vows. We can negotiate all these other things that you might need, me to help you out with. But you got from now until today, 6/27/2025, until August 21st at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's right. Somebody just put up there, I'm just saying now, no fall wedding. 5:01. Okay? Because on August the 22nd, while KB and I are on live, I'm going to be tailgating at the same time. That's right. I'm starting my tailgate 5 days in advance, but I got to get the flow back. When Alabama start playing FSU, we going to be tailgating virtually. We might be tailgating. Ain't no telling where we going to show up and all that kind of stuff. Strays and stragglers, don't even think about coming. If you ain't got your job, you can't come to the tailgate. That's all it is. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Because you got to bring something. And don't even talk about, look at him. And don't come talking about I'm bringing some forks and napkins. We got that. I got plenty of those. You got to bring something. That's right. So bring all that kind of stuff. I'm saying now, so August the 21st, 5:01 p.m., if you expect Piano Man to be at your wedding, you better do it before August 21st. No fall wedding, especially when Alabama's playing anybody. When Alabama playing anybody, don't bother Piano Man. Don't bother me. I ain't coming. I don't want to see that. I ain't coming. All right. So you got Carla. Get it together now. You know what I'm talking about. I'll bring you a plate. We bring you a plate there, Stephen. We'll bring it to you. I understand. We got you. We're going to bring you a plate, bro. Filled with whatever on it. And look at him. And when you, we got to have that healthy stuff. All right, Jason Jackson. Watch out now. Watch out, Jason Jackson. Watch yourself. Mm-hmm. Somebody get Susan real quick. I put that up there. No, nothing. Anyway, podcasters, shout out the whole podcast. Listen, our content is being recognized. Our faces are being remembered. Our work is just things are going through the roof. People are really paying attention. Listen, no need to hate. No need to hate. No need to be jealous. I said it before. I'll say it again. Listen, this kitchen is big enough for everybody. Do the doggone thing. Stay in your lane. And if they like your food, they're gonna eat. It's just that simple. If they like your food, they're gonna eat. And they're gonna come back. And they're gonna want more. Okay? So just do your thing. Just do your thing. All right? And And in the words of my pastor, Bishop Kenneth Preston, stay focused, drive, and go forward. Now, before I do my ending here, there's a couple other folks, and I got the shout out right here. All right, got the shout out. Moon Rocker, good to see you, bro. KT said no fall weddings. Just remember, Kimberly Harmon said roll tide, everybody. Okay, Carla said somebody being messy, and I don't think so. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Where Jason at? Where he go? Jason said he bringing the Hennessy, and Michelle said she got the spinach dip. And the last thing, please, was two things. Excuse me. Number one, no raisins in the potato salad. No raisins in the potato salad. And number two, that macaroni and cheese can't be running faster than Jam Miller. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying now. It can't be no raisins in the potato salad and no running. Good morning, Pastor B. God bless. God bless. Listen, no running in the potato salad. I mean, no raisins in the potato salad. And number two, that mac and cheese, it can't be running faster than Jam Miller. Okay? It can't be running that fast. Matter of fact, mac and cheese shouldn't be running at all. Okay? It's supposed to stand still. Stay right there. All right? And be sure. We're gonna see you tonight. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I want this to happen. See, I'm my brother's keeper. Trying to get the 1,000 subs before my birthday, the 17th of July. Let's make it happen. If you have not, hear my voice. Hear the voice of Piano Man. If you have not subscribed to Sharpshooter Sports Talk, I admonish you to please subscribe to his channel. Subscribe there. Let's get this 1,000 subs before his birthday of July the 17th. That would be a good birthday present because this brother deserves to be monetized. He deserves it. Okay? He deserves it. So I'm asking you to let's do this. All right? Let's do this. 1,000 before July 17th. Will you help me get the word out? Will you help me get the word out that we want to boost Sharpshooters subscription up to 1,000 and over before July the 17th? Can y'all help me get that word out? Will you help me get that word out? Will you tell somebody that let's support Sharpshooter Sports Talk? Let's do this. He deserves. LaQuasia, they flirting with that 1,000. Let's get there. I'm flirting with 250, 300. Help me too. Help us all. Look, let me go down the list. Can I go down the list? Before I go, I done said my other stuff. I just got to finish it. Way Outside. Let's help him out. Kyle Henderson. That's the dude. Top 109, 100.9, and Ryan Fowler and all that whole gamut of podcasters and producers over there, newscasters, sportscasters over there. You want everything Alabama, go right there. You'll get it all. Hall of Fame Jason, even though he's Oklahoma, the Lord still forgives sin. Y'all hear this every day, but support him. Stephen M. Smith on with the Bama Standard, and he has his own network too. Spody Shody, Jake Merrill, Jan 716, Jonathan Lewis, Tez. Oh Lord, he's Auburn, but that's a good brother. He's doing great things. Let's support these guys. Of course, Kangaroo Black. Man, I want him to get up to, I want him to be so far out the roof until I can't say what I want to say. But let's support Kangaroo Black. Be Sharp. That's Sharpshooters. Ty Hayes, Coach Al, Coach Carl with On the Block Sports, Coach Sean with Just My Humble Opinion, Marvin Constant, Justin Riley, Clint Lamb, Zach Pitcher Gaming, DSG B84, LaQuasia Gordon, all others, and those that I haven't named. Support these folks. Support them. And when you start your show, we're going to support you. We're going to support you. So, but right now, I want Be Sharp and LaQuasia to get those 1,000 subscribers real soon. Will you help Piano Man put that word out? We're going on a campaign here. I want those subscribers to come. And listen, when you do things for other people, things will happen to you. Okay? Things will happen to you. I'm just saying, all right? So let's make it happen. I want that as much as Sharpshooter does. I'm gonna leave that up there. That'll be the last, when we go off the air. That's what I want. I'm leaving that up there. I want 1,000 subs before his birthday of July the 17th of this year. Next month. Let's get it. Okay? Let's get it. So I mean what I say what I mean. All right? So let's get that. LaQuasia is up there too. She's in that same rim. Both of them are flirting with 1,000. Let's get them there. Let's get them there. I'll get the 1,000 when it's time. Okay? But right now, I'm worried about my brother and my sister. All right? So let's get it there. I see you. Be Sharp. Thanking everybody for the support. But I'm leaving this up here as we exit our 1,000 subs. We ain't gonna try. We gonna get it. All right? Let's get it, because we're about it. And it costs $0.00. Okay? We supporting some of this other foolishness we got going on. Support some real deal. Support some solid people. All right? All right. Here we go. I may not see you today or tomorrow, but I'm going to see you tonight. Me and KB keeping it a buck tonight. And if I don't see you tonight, just remember, I'm no expert, but I know what I'm talking about. Until tonight, and if not tonight, until next week. Next week. Just remember, God bless. Have a great day. Forget them trees and roll tide. I'll see you later. See you tonight with KB. Keeping it a buck. 8 p.m. Central. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Everybody west of Texas, you know what time it is for you. Be there. Be square. And as Zach Spiritual Gaming say, we can grow together and roll tide. I'll see y'all later. Peace.